Hello and welcome back to Technical Tales. Well, I know for you guys it probably hasn't been that long since the last episode, but for me it's been a good week or so before since I've actually recorded anything on this. I just ended up doing such a massive mammoth session that it divided up into like about 6 episodes or something the last time I played. So, there still isn't a ceiling on the Chaos Star. That's because I've run out of warded glass. I'm using the warded glass for another project to start with. That we won't be looking at quite yet. I did finish the floor, and I quite like it. We've got sort of like this green circle, red circle, blue circle, and this red rock brick makes a nice star pattern, if you see there in the map. And you can see it there as well. So it's a nice eight-pointed star. I stuck a Limbix on both of my cauldrons now, and you can see I've been doing lots and lots of stuff. Mainly what I did was I made something for Billy and warded glass and that. I've been messing up the environment pretty badly. Now I do have this. This is an arcane furnace, so essentially it will burn forever, and it will don't really think how it will process anything I throw in. It will essentially cook it the same way a furnace does. This is a hungry chest, so once it's finished processing, it spits out, and the chest automatically grabs it. A hungry chest will anything that lands on it, I think, it grabs. So that'll keep me in food. I've made myself a little bag to carry all my tools. This is useful. I might want to keep the minium stone on me. Yeah. There we go. That's the key for it. Right, but as I said in the comment on the last episode, we're not going to be doing magical stuff today. We're going to go back to the technology stuff. So if I can remember where the book is, we'll pop over to the workshop and have a look. Now, things here are more or less as they were. I'm probably going to get rid of these cover slabs on the floor. They just confuse things, and they might be messing my bed up. I'm not sure. I tried clearing around the bed, but I still occasionally get a your bed is missing or obstructed message. I've moved all my metals down to there, and that's stuff which needs burning, furnacing, because they won't go in the grinder, or they will go in the grinder, but then nothing actually happens, and this is stuff that needs to be processed. Now, I made the mistake of leaving these engines running when all the machines were idle, and essentially some of my power cables blew up. Luckily the engines didn't take any damage. And I've hollowed out this room here. Now, one of the things we're going to do quickly is make this place look a little nicer. And I think what I want to do is... Was it stone bricks? No, it was basalt brick I wanted. Which probably means I need a lot more basalt. But I'm not actually going to do this on camera, but I will show you how I'm going to do it. One of the wonderful magical gizmos I've got is a wand of equal trade. So, I need to put one example of that in the wall there. Then how does the wand of equal trade work? I thought I knew. Ah, there we go. I shift right-hand clicked on that. And it does that. Now, if you notice, it actually took those bricks from my inventory. So I'm not getting anything for free here, but it does mean that I can replace the walls nice and easily without actually having to, it's magical swapping. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'll do the same with the floor at some point. I'm probably going to keep the floor this wood, but not as the covers. What did I just do? Yeah, it's saying it's run out is the problem. But that's cool. So that's how I'm going to tidy this place up. Then we need to get these engines just running enough that we can start to use our processing machines again. But then what we're going to use this room for is a better power plant. I need something that is safer to leave on its own and will be a lot more efficient and will be more renewable. I don't like this having to burn coal and stuff in the steam engines, so I'm going to go with a different route. But first, let me fully tidy this place up. Okay, so I've got myself lots and lots of basalt cobblestone, and I'm just going to throw it in here, and it'll all get cooked up by my arcane furnace, and that way I'll get my smooth basalt that I can turn into the bricks for free. You can see it's going to start to slowly appear in there. And while that's cooking, I'll work on the floor. I was just about to go chop some wood, and I realised that I've not shown you that I do now have an axe of the stream. It doesn't have repair at the moment. I'll hope to stick that on later, but it does have efficiency and unbreaking. So this is a magical axe. Oh, I forgot to replant the trees. I've been in the habit of keeping a load of birch trees growing out there. And obviously the last time I chopped them, I forgot. So I'll just stick a load down now, and we'll go a little further afield and find some other birch trees. There's some over here, just so I can demonstrate how this axe works and how it's brilliant. Now it does two things. One is when you chop down a tree, it actually gets the logs that are furthest away from you first and brings them to you via magic. So if you try and watch what happens, see, it chops it from the top down. And the other thing is, if you right-hand click, it chops faster. That tree's gone. Chops faster, but uses more durability. What I like about the popcorn is when you eat it, you get 8 seconds of speed boost. There we go. It's run out already, but it got me most of the way home. Okay, so I've got myself lots and lots of wood, and it's time to do the floor. Now, if you right-hand click, it does a whole large area, but if you left-hand click, hang on, I've got to set the thing first, don't I? Right-hand click. There we go. So if I left-hand click, it just does one. Now that's important, because if I just right-hand click here, it's going to do loads of the wall as well, and I only want it to do the floor. So the thing to do is to... I can't get under the bed. Is to sort of set up a border, because I think it will only do stuff that's connected. Don't think I need that bed there anymore. Oh, I did not mean to do that. There we go. So now I think it's safe to right-hand click the centre of this floor. Oh, okay. It can go diagonally like that. Not a problem. I'll just replace that later manually. So, the problem is I think underneath things like this, that's where the problem's coming in. Whoa! I dropped lots and lots of inventory. So I think I'm going to have to pick everything up, aren't I? Okay, right. I could get underneath that one, but I can't get underneath that one. Is there a tool that I need to pick that up? For now, I'll just go around it. And I accidentally right-hand click. That's what I'm trying to avoid. See, I noticed is that when I did the wall here, those covers didn't really count, so throw a rock in and then turn it to wood. Okay, so that's the outside of the room fully done, so I can... And the stuff it's replacing ends up in my inventory, so you don't lose anything. Okay, so that's the floor fully replaced, so hopefully all my brickwork will be done, and I'll be able to do the walls properly. Okay, now I haven't grabbed all of it, and I probably don't have enough to start with. I mean, I don't have enough to finish. But, oh, let's get rid of that. I meant to do that, to set this as the target blocks. Obviously this I'm going to have to do manually along there to stop the wood from spreading. Ah, that's a cover. Yeah, see the wood's spread all the way back there as well. I like how you can just target into these gaps. Okay, that should let me do that. Ah, now one thing I wanted to do was set the border around these skylights, because I don't especially want... I don't want it to spread any further up than that. I love the sound effects. It just does so much all at once. And the replacement sound effect is appropriate to the material type. I'm out of basalt at the moment. Store my cobble in the barrels. If you double right-hand click, then all stacks will go. Right, well, I'll be back once I've fully done everything. Okay, so I've got this place looking nice. See, looks nice. That's what's important. So, this room here is going to be my power plant to start with. I mean, obviously I might need to expand it or move it later, but for now this is going to do. And the power method I've decided to go for is biogas engines. Now the reason I've done that is that it's complex enough to be interesting to watch me build it, but it's also a very renewable source of fuel. So there's going to be a few things I'm going to need. Now, the first thing I want to do is I think, well, I'm going to leave these two in here because, you know, they're going to power the machines which are here for now until the biogas stuff is up and running. Because biogas engines, well, they burn biogas. And in order to make biogas, I'm going to need a fermenter. So the first thing I think I want to do is make myself a fermenter. I was wondering where to put it. Well, for now I think I'm going to put the fermenter in here so it can be close to those guys. I think I've got some spare gold conductive pipe. Well, I've got some spare gold pipe. Wooden transport pipe. 1 cobblestone transport pipe, 2 waterproofs. Might need those. And some redstone. Okay. So I'm just going to throw the fermenter down here somewhere, I think. For now, and once this system is set up, it should be self-sustaining, and I won't have to manually make changes to anything. But to get it to that stage is going to require a little bit of manual stuff. So, the first thing I want to do is make a fermenter. Okay. Glass I've got. I'm going to need lots and lots of bronze. So 8 bronze there for the sturdy casing. And another 4 on each of those. So 4 4s are 16, that's 24 bronze. And you make bronze, the easiest way to make bronze is tin and copper pulverized. I thought there was a way you could just combine the ingots. Use for the dust. I don't know why I always run into trouble when it comes to bronze. Let me see. Plenty of copper. Oh god, I'm low on tin, aren't I? Got a stack of tin. That's not good. Any bronze in here? Okay, so I have made bronze before. I must know how to do it. There we go. We can just put 3 copper and a tin ingot to get a bronze, and I need 24. Oh, I got more tin in there as well. That's good news. No, because that gets me 4. So I forgot that it. I forgot that it takes from the supply. Okay, well I've got bronze coming at me ears now, so that won't be a problem. Okay, piston plan, machine frame. Okay, sturdy casing. Right, and I needed a load of stone and wood. Need to harvest from my wood farm. Oh yeah, I've got the axe of the stream, haven't I? I used to do it with my wand of excavation, but this is just so much quicker. I love the bobbly sound it makes. Alright, so I'll see you once I've harvested this and we've got all the materials together we need to make the fermenter. Okay, got all the stuff together. I've got my 4 stone gears, so I can make this into the 4 bronze gears I need. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can drop them in the corners. Clear that out, put the sturdy casing in the middle, surround it by glass, and I've got myself a fermenter. Right, so this thing does need power, so I'm going to have to hook it into this stuff, oops, somewhere. It also needs water, so here seems reasonable. Sometimes this thing digs so quickly. Alright, so if it goes, well, I could, as I said, this is a temporary location for this thing, so if I pop you there, and we'll add the cobblestone waterproof pipe there, you should start filling with water, hopefully. Yep. Now the other thing this thing needs, okay, power, no fuel. Yes, I know. Requires energy. Ah, they aren't running. Okay, so once I turn those on, this thing should be okay. But it needs a supply of fuel, and it needs 2 things to my knowledge. It needs some form of plant matter. Now I've got lots of birch saplings, so that's what I'm going to start with. I'm suddenly thinking it should be on the other side. Yes, I think it should be. That's because I want to be able to pump the biogas it makes out into a tank. And this is going to be an awkward place for that. So let me think, see what sort of tool it needs to pick it up. Let's start with a crescent wrench. Nope. I'm always afraid to just break things in case it's the wrong tool. Okay. Safe enough. Alright, because if I throw it down here, I might need to use a little bit more of the pipe. But in the long run, it's going to be better, isn't it? So, let's dig through here. Oops. I smashed a little bit of gold pipe there. Gold conductive pipe. So what I'm thinking is that I can run the run the power down there, the pipes along the back wall. So that's a reasonable place for the fermenter to live, I think. I've got to get an electricity supply back so I can start using my electric drill again. This wand is just too good. Okay. Need more golden conductive pipe. I'm not sure how much I need. These are really cramped. Let's just open this up so I can get next to it properly. I think I'm also going to want input pipes, so I think I will run the power like so. Of course, I'm one short. Okay, so that will get it the power. And I want to get it the water it needs. Now, is this the sort of thing where you can configure which sides are the inputs and the outputs? No. So I'm not certain. I'm going to assume the biogas it produces comes out the top. So I can add the water this way. Oh, lag. So obviously I'm going to need a lot more cobblestone waterproof pipe. So let's make that quickly. Right, let's just wait and make sure this thing gets water. Cool. So, it's now set up in a position where I should be able to get the stuff out of it that pump stuff away properly. So this is going to be a lot more of an intelligent place for this thing to live. Perfect. Right, so as I said, it needs saplings. Now, I think it needs fertilizer as well, but I just want to turn it on and see what happens. Okay, well I no longer have any warning signs from it. There's no indicator that it has power though. Trying to watch the blue lines. Okay, it's not trying to draw any power at the moment, probably because it needs the other thing it needs, which is fertilizer. So, fertilizer, I believe, is relatively easy to make. Fertilizer. Okay, I can make it sand with a concentrated compound. Ash. Okay, sand and apatite makes 8 fertilizer. Can also make it with saltpeter, sand, and dirt. Okay, so what is a concentrated compound? How do you make that? Okay, apatite and sand. That's the way to go. Do I have any sand? No. Can I make sand? Sand. Okay, I can use my minium stone. My minimum stone. No, it is minium stone. I can use my minium stone to make myself sand. Various kinds. I could pulverize cobblestone, which gives me a chance to get gravel as well. I can also pulverize glass. Sandstone gets me 2. Well, I've got plenty of cobble. This is the one problem with this setup is I don't want it to go on and I don't want it to cook the sand because then I'll end up with glass. So what if I turn off its output? Can I then drop cobble in there and hopefully the sand will just stay here? Yep, that works. Right, give it a bit of power. Okay, 6 bits of sand to start with. So 3 bits of apatite. Gets me 24 fertilizer. Right, so, what else do you need? There we go. Something's happening. That went green. That went red. So exciting. Well, this thing can take a lot more power than I'm feeding it, especially because I'm using up power here. Grinding this and charging these machines up and so on. And let's face it, 2 steam engines, not that powerful. Oh, there's an indicator on the front. Shows the water. There we go. We've got our first little bit of biomass. Cool. So it's actually biomass, not biogas. But apparently that could be burned at a biogas engine. So I think the first thing I want to do is replace these 2 things with a couple of biogas engines. On the basis that then I've got a little self-sustaining thing. Basically, the fermenter will power itself as it ferments more stuff, and I can build up an excess of biogas that way. And then I'll put that excess of biogas into a tank, and then that tank is gonna feed a lot more biogas engines. So I need some biogas engines. Biogas engines. 3 bronze, 2 bronze gears, and a piston. That's nice and easy because I've got tons and tons of bronze. Piston plan. Need some iron. I do like those plans. They make these things so much quicker. Right, so that gets me the piston I need. Which goes there. Oh no, I need to make my... No, I wanted the stone gear. Copper, bronze. which of course means I needed 2 pistons because I'm trying to make 2 of these suckers. Piston plan. Glass and bronze. There we go, 2 biogas engines, nice and quick. How are we doing? We are building up a little bit of biogas, which is cool. So let's turn these guys off. Empty them of their coal. Again, we're looking for the tool, if there is one. I always try, there you go, various tools. Ooh, okay, that was a bit weird. I always try various tools before I before I resort to just whacking it with a pick or my wand of excavation or something, just in case. Right. Okay, so the biogas engine doesn't need water. So I get back some cobblestone waterproof pipe. But they do need biogas. So I think I'm going to have to take the output from the top of this through this wall, which means this wall looks ugly now. There we go, all nice and neat. So waterproof pipe, I've got 3. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6, 7, 8. As I said, this is temporary. Once we've got the machines, then I can rearrange them to my heart's content off camera. Something near here is not lit up. Cobblestone waterproof pipe. I need more waterproofing. Now I believe there was another source of waterproofing down cactuses. Beeswax. Cactus green. Okay, was there another source of... Oh yes, I could turn rose red into cactus green using my minium stone. And rose red is something I've got a reasonable amount of. Will do. There we go, that gives me my cactus green, which turns into waterproof pipe waterproofing. And did I leave them in there? Yes, I did. There we go, lots of cobblestone waterproof pipe. So as I said, this is going to be ugly as anything, but it should get the job done. Now, is that going to give twice as much to that first one? It is, isn't it? Let's go through the wall here instead. There we go. And I think it will just automatically output. Now, is that because it's not powered? You know, it's currently not doing anything. Right, let's take out what we've got and put it in our engines. I'm hoping this will get us started. Right, now the other thing these engines need before they will turn on is, what is this? I do not know. Is they need a heat source, so they need a little bit of lava to get them started. Now later on, I'm going to have a nice source of lava from my magma crucible. For now, though, I don't, so I'm going to need to find a source of lava somewhere. Right, this volcano over here should do. It's not loaded yet. Right, I've just got to find where the lava is. Probably at the top. There we go. There's like a lava source block here. Now, there'll be more than one. 1, 2, 3. That'll get me started. I have sort of put out the volcano, though, haven't I? Tell you what, it'll be more visually fun if I redirect this. So it will actually flow this way. Just as long as it gets to the edge, it'll go all the way down. There we go. Right, I just have to beat it down before I die. Ooh. Ooh. Lava! Cool. I like how it spreads out. I was wondering if it was going to stop there for a bit. Cool. So, as part of this setup, I think I'm going to want 3 large tanks, which I'll keep filled. One will be filled with water, just because I'll have various things which probably will require water, and I'll just have aqueous accumulators filling that. Then there's going to be one for the biogas, and then there'll be one for magma. That's because magma is obviously going to be needed to start and stop these engines. So I believe you just do that, and it gives them a little bit of heat. Okay. Now the only thing I'm not sure about is why that wasn't outputting from there. Let me just check. Let me just check a wiki or something to see what the sides of that thing do. No, it doesn't say anything specific, so I think I'll just turn it on and see what happens. So these guys have their lava, and they've got a little bit of biogas. Let me throw this lever back down. So there we go. So we can see that they've got an internal temperature buffer that's filling up, and now the biogas has moved over. It's producing 500 MJs. I mean 5 MJs. They're both running, they're both powering. This thing's running. But the real question is going to be, will it pump the biomass out? Doesn't look like it. So let's start adding waterproof pipe to other faces on it. Maybe it's the side there. Okay, now I'm pretty certain that the lava has more than one use. I'm just moving the water pipe so it's slightly further back, so it doesn't cross-connect. If I try that. Okay, I've got to look up and find out why this isn't actually emptying the biomass into that pipe, because it should do. Okay, I think I need well, it says something about powered output. So a wooden waterproof pipe. Yep, wooden waterproof pipe with a redstone engine. Okay, redstone engine. Okay, first I'm gonna have to make that into the wooden waterproof pipe, like so. Redstone engine can go down there. Its lever can go down there. Right, so now hopefully we should start to see. There we go. The fuel's coming out now. Okay, I thought they were out of heat, but they're okay. So, this thing should hopefully produce more than enough fuel than those things need. And it says, and the wiki says that if this thing's internal reservoir fills up, then it stops fermenting, so it stops using power, which is good. Right, let me just grab that sand and gravel and reconfigure its output downwards. So I want to drop my magma crucible and geothermal generators back down. Again, please forgive the crudity of the design. I'm just trying to get this stuff down and working. So, magma crucible goes there. It wants netherrack. Simply because that will speed it up immensely. So it's slowly drawing power. Configurations. Red is the output. So it doesn't really need any inputs. And I'll put the output out the top. So then we can put our geothermal generator here. And we just need a couple of waterproof pipes, of course. Oh, no. Don't want it to connect up to that one at all. Let's make some stone waterproof pipe, because they won't connect to the cobblestone. Right, so once this thing gets lava, it should spit it out. There we go. Into the geothermal generator, which means I can recharge my battery pack. Now, incidentally, Yeah, there we go. I have actually lost my diamond drill. I got unexpectedly hit by lava, you know, and that was it. So, right. So how are you doing at keeping these guys topped up with biogas? Oh, plenty. Right. Now these machines aren't running, but this thing draws quite a bit of power. See, energy stored. And yet it's still running at a reasonable speed. So for an initial manual setup, this works. Now I still have to watch that the power doesn't build up in these things. I'm hoping to replace these pipes with redstone energy conduits later. Those are a lot more expensive, but they have the advantage that they don't explode, and they let you fill stuff. And they let you feed power into redstone energy blocks. They're sort of like batteries for engine power. Redstone energy cells. They essentially can store lots and lots of MJs and will send it out when something needs it. Now that means that you can have essentially a battery buffer system to your power system, so you don't need to leave it on all the time. Okay, so that's us done for today, I think. The next step is to try and come up with some form of auto-feeding. You know, okay, now saplings are the best thing to feed into this, and I would love to have an arboretum, which is a machine that will automatically plant and harvest trees. But arboretums are very difficult to get, and I'll quickly show you why. If I get the recipe for an arboretum, you can see that the basic circuit board, that's easily enough done. You just need a carpenter and some water. It's these things. It's these golden electron tubes. You need a thermionic fabricator in order to make them. And the recipe for a thermionic fabricator is itself relatively expensive. So doable, but I've got a simpler solution which will get us by in the short term. So I'll see you next time. I might have rearranged the power plants situation into this room here a little bit better and neater when next we're here. Although we might actually work to see whether or not we can get these redstone energy conduits. See, redstone energy conduits, you need a liquid transposer to add molten redstone in. I can make the molten redstone, I believe, in the machine I've got over there. And empty energy conduits are just electrum and hardened glass, which is doable. They are a lot more expensive. So I'll see you next time. I'm getting hungry. I need food. Bye bye.